AJ here back on another one for you. So guys, we're going to do another episode of 3NN News. That's right, guys, the 304 News Network, where we talk about these 304s acting an absolute fool, right? And guys, these 304s claim to be strong and independent.
I am woman, hear me roar, in numbers too big to ignore.
Guys, we all know it's cap, right? It's cap, because guys, they're broke. They have credit card debt, student loan debt, bastard kids, right? And guys, Big Daddy government is the ones taking care of them. But guys, guess what? Orange Man's coming for that Section 8, right? And guys, stop and listen real fast. You guys hear that? That's millions and millions of broke 304s crying.
No, nothing. I'm just emotional. Why don't you understand that?
And guys, I don't feel bad for him, right? I don't. So guys, we'll get into this. Before we do, like, subscribe, and drop a comment. Guys, I have a second channel called 50 and 304s. That's linked in the description. Join my Discord. Check out the playlist at the end for more 3NN. Guys, hit the join button or the link in the description to become a member, because I'm offering memberships now. And thanks so much to all you guys that are already members. Thanks so much for that. And let's get into this.
This comes from the actual funding that we receive from the federal government.
Latweeta Swires has worked in housing all over the country for more than 20 years and recently joined Lafayette's Housing Authority in April.
I've only been here a couple of weeks, so we're still doing assessment to see how we can maximize the utilization of the vouchers.
She was quickly put to work as federal funding from Housing and Urban Development began to run out.
A letter had gone out. The case manager sent a letter out to state, hey, we're just letting you know, after your year's up at this project-based voucher, we don't have any vouchers available for you to move into another area because there aren't any vouchers available.
The Housing Choice Voucher Program, formerly known as Section 8, helps low-income neighbors access affordable housing. But with federal funding cuts, LHA says there are no vouchers left to give.
So raising of rental cost for affordable housing in the community. It's also the raise of rent increases with landlords that's on our program and wanted to have an increase in the proration of the subsidy that we receive from actual HUD. It's a combination of those things.
Got it. So just really overall inflation is really what I'm hearing.
Exactly. That's exactly what it is.
With almost 300 people on the waiting list and no vouchers available, Swires says attrition is the only way to move forward.
We are not also pulling from the waiting list due to attrition. Attrition comes from unreported income, people deceased, and people turning their voucher over, say, I no longer want it. And after the attrition rate, and we go through the 270 people, then that's when we'll go ahead and open the waiting list up again.
There it is, guys. See? There it is, right? I don't feel bad for them. You know, the funds have been frozen, guys. They're not getting any more money. So all these knuckleheads better get a job. All the rest of us got to work and pay mortgages and pay rent, you know? I don't feel bad for them. And neither should you, right? And all these knuckleheads crying. Guys, please make sure to point and laugh. Clown world. Guys, look at this knucklehead on the left, right? Look at that, guys.
We now can ban
Major funding cuts from the federal government making their way down to Tulsa Housing Authority. Losing critical dollars could lead to thousands of Tulsans not getting rental assistance they so desperately need.
Good. News Oklahoma Staff Mansion listened to how the agency plans to work around the cuts, but explains the inevitable ripple effect of the effects that we see right here in Tulsa.
If we think homelessness is bad now, if these programs are to be cut in
Jesus, look at
any way.
Look at this chick's eyes, man. Look at that. Guys, if that's not the look of the beast, I don't know what is.
Way, shape, or form, that is going to increase exponentially.
800 housing vouchers will soon disappear from Tulsa Housing Authority's Section 8 program due to federal funding cuts for 2025.
No one's losing their subsidy that they currently have, but as people come off of the voucher program, for whatever reason, those vouchers will not be reinstated into the program.
Guys, her name is Jenny with a G, right? Look at this. Guys, yes, she looks like a Jenny with a G.
About 10,000 Tulsans rely on rental assistance from THA. THA's average family size is about 2.1, so a loss of 800 vouchers would really impact about 1,600 Tulsans. But it's more than a loss of just vouchers that we would feel across the city.
The loss of those 800 vouchers would equate to over $7 million of rent subsidy that's not paid to local landlords who rely on Section 8. And so that's federal dollars coming out of our community.
In addition, the president's proposed budget for 2026 would decrease funding for Section 8 by 43%.
Good.
Once I was able to get housing, now I'm able to at least think about what life can be like.
Emeka
Nug, you better get a job. What are you doing, bro? What are you doing?
was a THA voucher holder for 10 years.
Damn, whoa. 10 years, guys. Look at that. Yeah, homeboy's in a wheelchair, but guys, there's plenty of jobs that dudes in wheelchairs can do. You know what I'm saying? How many guys are veterans who are in wheelchairs, right? Who don't take housing vouchers?
Neck injury in college football, becoming paralyzed and needing assistance.
This was relieving a burden and giving me a chance to, again, build my life, give me a chance to set the pieces to be self-sufficient.
But if that voucher program wasn't there, there's no telling what the last 15 years of Naka's life would have looked like. Amid the affordable housing crisis, Hensley puts it simply.
Now is not the time to be cutting those housing programs and to be not supporting those landlords who are trying to keep their housing affordable.
While things are uncertain, Hensley says THA is focused on doing what they can and adding as much affordable housing to the market as possible.
Look at that, guys, right? Look at that. Now, guys, I can say this guy here, he's disabled because of an injury, right? So, you could argue that he's one of the ones who should have some help, but guys, look at his last name. Yeah, guys, so, they need to make some type of exception for, the actual disabled, and some veterans, but everyone else, kick them out in the street. Clown world.
The Trump administration has released a proposal for the 2026 fiscal year, and it comes with steep cuts to the Department of Housing and Urban Development. While it is ultimately up to Congress whether to accept or reject the proposal, 6 News reporter Naomi Hilmer learned what these cuts would mean for housing in Knoxville. She joins us now. Naomi.
Lori, in talking to the Knoxville Community Development Corporation, or KCDC, they tell me if Congress approves this budget, thousands of people will be impacted here in Knoxville. The budget suggests cutting over $26 billion from rental assistance programs and eliminating a number of housing grants and programs.
I heard that that they're trying to cut everything, with help with housing and stuff like that. I was like, oh well, what am I gonna do? You know what I'm saying? Because that comes in handy, you know what I'm saying? It helps out a lot. It helps out a lot.
As a single mother living out of her car, Ayanna Twitty says she's currently 7th in line on a waiting list for an apartment she wouldn't be able to afford without rental assistance.
But she sure did have that bastard kid, didn't she, guys?
You stupid woman! I really don't have anybody to watch my child or anything like that. So if I don't work, I won't be able to pay my bills or take care of my daughter.
She says lately the process of trying to find an affordable home has been difficult, and KCDC says if the president's proposed budget is approved, it will only get worse.
To cut funding by 40% would have a huge impact on families, on housing, on the availability of affordable housing. I mean, it's such a large cut that it's really hard to even conceive what all of the consequences, both intended and unintended, would be.
Ben Bentley, CEO of KCDC, says 98% of their funding comes from HUD, and they help house a little under 20,000 people.
Generally, it would affect the housing market, not just in Knoxville, but all over the country in a meaningful way.
However, this comes at a time when KCDC has a number of projects on the way, including affordable and mixed-income housing units across the county. And Twitty says she is hopeful she will soon have a place to call home.
I'm pretty confident that I will be getting in there. It's just the whole matter of trying to find the deposit and everything and getting the lights turned on and this and that. Just trying to come up with the money to get in the house.
Again, this budget is just a proposal, and it is up to Congress to pass it. And Bentley says he is hopeful Congress will continue to help them with their mission to house residents here in Knoxville. Lori?
All right. Thank you so much, Naomi. Emotional interview there.
There it is, guys. This dunderhead's crying, acting silly, acting stupid. barely speaking English, right? You know? And then had a daughter. I thought that turned up my lights. What are you talking about? Guys, they expect us to feel bad? Come on, man. Shit. Please, we have to get up and go to work and bust our butts, right? And knuckleheads like this have bastard kids and expect our tax dollars to take care of them. Clown world. Because, guys, if we don't pay our bills, we're in the street, right? Absolutely insane. I don't feel bad for her. I just don't. All this is choices. And guys, $26 billion is going to be saved of our tax dollars. I'm all for it. Guys, what do you think, right? You know? I don't see how this is a bad thing. Oh, and I know there's some of you guys, oh, how can you make fun of these people? How can you celebrate this? You might be homeless one day. Please.
I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing.
Please. All right, you guys. I appreciate you. Have a good one.